Hi, I'm Matthew Craig, and you're watching The Market Bull. Joining me online this morning is the CEO and Managing Director of AnteoTech, Merrill Gray. Thanks for your time, Merrill.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So perhaps just firstly, could you give us an overview of AnteoTech's story and its flagship product?
Yes, well, AnteoTech has our ticker code being ADO, has been around for a while, so we may not be new to some of your listeners. And our core product is a platform. So we're actually a chemicals and materials company. And that chemical platform, at a molecular level, it's a molecule to molecule or molecule to surface cross-linking or binding. And that can be used in a range of different ways. And we have two business units that we're currently commercialising products in. And there are a range of other options we would love to explore, but we're really focused on sales. So the two businesses we have is life sciences in the diagnostic space. So we do in vitro diagnostics and immunoassay products. We are an input into that, so it's all outside of the body. And lateral flow, which most people are familiar with, which is like the rat test, our chemicals go into that and make them more sensitive, more reliable. And then on the battery side, we have very much positioned ourselves in high silicon anodes.
The future is silicon. And why silicon? Because it can hold up to 10 times more energy than graphite. That's a complete game changer.
Which is largely considered the next generation of batteries because silicon, of course, has 10 times the energy capacity of graphite.
Batteries last over 35% longer. Silicon swelling is reduced by up to 40%.
So being able to tap into that is really critical for more power and lighter batteries.
So the company recently took a major step forward in the development of its Ultranode 95 technology, showing suitability for use in drones and UAVs. Just take us through the significance of this.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So what happened was we have a program, a commercialisation program underway at a research institute called the Battery Innovation Centre in the US. And that is on our Ultranode 95, which 95 actually means the amount of silicon we're trying to get into that battery. So it's really about high power and tapping into as much of that potential as possible. So we've had what the news was about multi-layer pouch cells, which are a format that is used in drones. We've been clear in our announcements over the past, really since about September last year, about our focus on this market, and particularly the US, and with a real push into military. We really want to do a deal with a battery manufacturer who's supplying into military drone demand. And we've been clear that we're in negotiation with a couple of companies. What this was about was that in parallel to that, we've got testing and validation around the power and potential of our anode formulation for drones. And the news was that it had been validated that it actually packs a punch and does the things that are needed, the performance levels. Because again, in drones, it's more about power. And their cycle time, we know how to balance those things, might not be huge for whatever purpose it's being used for the drones. So it was a big step forward because it was in a commercial cell format, and the validation was around the performance potential of our anode within that cell. So it's a big deal.
So just what other uses are there for the Ultranode 95, and why is this technology so important?
Just stepping back a little bit. So Ultranode is a product range. So it's about anodes that are fit for purpose for the end use. So we actually have Ultranode X, which is suited for EVs because really you need a lot of cycle time and you need to keep the power at a certain level but be able to essentially recharge multiple times. And then we've got another one called Ultranode 70, which is about balancing the silicon in there. And that's actually being trialled by a Swiss company who do miniature batteries for the likes of Cochlear. So to answer that question, it's about the application. For us, we need to get into people who are making the next generation of batteries. And we're doing that in the US through specific channels there, which is particularly focused on drones. But in South Korea, we're actually working in consumables, okay? So we've got a number of people trialling some of our products, which we've actually got chemicals that help to keep the silicon anode together, and then we've got our own specific formulation or design for the anode. And those sorts of products, whether they be mobile phones or laptops, they have their specific requirements. Overarchingly, we just now need to get the agreements in place where we're in the room when they're designing the next generation battery.
And lastly, what are the next steps for the company and what news flow can investors look forward to over the coming months?
We did actually do an announcement for our life sciences business. So what we're really focused on our sales pipeline. The good indicators we've got of that is we've got samples, lots of samples out, more than we've had for some time for both businesses. And we've also assembled a small sales team. So the news flow we're looking for is around new contracts coming in for sales. We've got this new product which is called AnteoTech, which is just for separators and batteries. So we've got this product which can help maintain the separator integrity. We're looking to try and get into some markets where there's volume, whether it's battery energy storage systems, where there's volume and real demand for safer separators. And then on the life sciences side, we've been pretty public that we're doing a piece of work with a very large company which is coming nearly at its conclusion. We're public about that. We didn't name who that large life sciences company was, but we believe that there's an opportunity for us in the market around our chemical and how it works in those large-scale diagnostic tests. One's called chemiluminescence, another one's ELISA plates. So our chemical, we've got research papers and data, and we're working with people who make the components that go into those. They're the really costly pieces of that test. If you can just imagine in a big hospital or diagnostics lab where you've got blood samples, you basically want to eke those samples out and do as many tests as cheaply as you can to be proactive in terms of medical care. So we are part of that system with precision medicine. That is an explosive growth area, and we've got two things afoot there that we're working on, and we look forward to bringing some news to market there.
Sounds like there's big plans ahead. Thanks for your time this morning, Merrill, and best of luck with the next steps at AnteoTech.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you.